I am a National Defense Academy ex-cadet. Time is money. You have to respect time under all circumstances because until unless you are not a good listener, you will never be a good speaker. जब तक आप सुन नहीं सकते चीज़ों को, जब तक you cannot understand what is coming to you, you will never be able to tell people what to do. So this age group is sensitive as well as it is very very dominant. So अगर इस age group में आपने कुछ कर लिया, you are sorted for your life. It is that you get what you want. मतलब अगर आपके मन में करने की, if you want to do it, if I wanted to get into NDA, we wanted to schedule this podcast, we did it, right? If a person wants to do it, by any chance, by any manner, he will find some or the other way to do it. मैंने किया ऐसे 100 लोगों ने किया, उनकी वजह से 400 ने और किया. Understand the exponentially to the raise. My own religion enslaves me.
Hello, welcome to SIBSS, and we would like to welcome you to the podcast. We are currently recording a podcast with Ex-NDA, Mr. Ankit Soni, and the podcast will be mainly focused on how we can help as a youth in the betterment of the nation, in the betterment of the country. So let us kick off with his introduction. So, how would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Hello everyone, as Rishabh mentioned, my name is Ankit Soni. I am a National Defense Academy ex-cadet from Nova Squadron 140 Force. I was in the academy for 2 years, from 2018 till 2019, and in these years, because of some medical reasons, I had to withdraw myself. And thereafter, after some time, I started pursuing a lot of internships. Currently, I'm a National Public Relations Director at Design Foundation, which is a social entrepreneurship platform, where we focus on giving opportunities to young people, young talent in showing the skill set as well as to show their entrepreneurial skills and show their leadership skills. So this is all about.
Okay. So, what personally inspired you, motivated you to get into the academy, get into National Defense Academies, and what was the age when you realized that you want to do something for the nation? You want to serve India by getting into the academy?
So to be honest, I would say it was by birth because my father was an army, and during the like from the very start, I've seen him work for this and seen him in the uniform. And since I've lived in the cantonment area from the very starting, I used to interact with it a lot. I used to interact with officers. I used to interact with people who were preparing for it. To be honest, it was class 10th when I finally got to know that what academy, National Defense Academy is, and how do you prepare for it, what are the exams, what are the basic requisites of the same. So in class 10th, I got to know. In class from 10th to 11th, I prepared for it, and then in 12th, I got recommended. So that was the whole structurization. And so yeah, that was class 10th. I would say 2016. So 1 year of preparation, and then
Okay. So, you mentioned that you were in academy for 2 years. Would you like to share some of your experiences that you remember till now that would, people would like to know about the experiences, academy experiences that would motivate them to get into the academy?
see, academy is, to be honest, for a person who visits, it's a heaven. If you visit National Defense Academy for the first time, will be you will be stunned by the grandeur of Sudan block. You'll be stunned by the greenery. You'll be stunned by all the infrastructure. It's a beautiful place to be. Talking about training, of course, it's tough, but when you are training for something so bright, you're something for something so important for yourself as well as for the country. I think it suffices all the pain and all the pain and sweat. So it's tough, no doubt. It's not it's easy. It's very very tough. You have to make sure that you have to pass each and everything. You have to make sure that you stand out and you do all the things as required. You have to break the cycle of your comfort zone. You have to get out of your comfort zone. That mama's boy wala din bhar like khana time pe mal raha hai, pina time pe mal raha hai. That doesn't happen in academy. You have to earn it. Every each and every single thing you have to earn it. So I guess that is the kind of experience no other academy can provide you. The kind of discipline it has, the kind of skills you gain of people, of public speaking, of interacting with people, of managing people, of how to solve a problem. whatever kind of problem comes to you, how to go about it, and what should be your strategy. This might sound weird to a civilian, or this might sound to a person who has never visited academy or trained it, but somewhere it does happen. Somewhere you really realize that all these things are getting imbibed in you by just by simple drills, or by getting by PT, by getting punishments, by getting lunch or dinner. Each and everything things get imbibed with you. That is the experience, I would say.
Okay, great. So, like, I am just stunned by hearing what all you said. Just, it's my dream to visit the academy once in my life. And so, what are the lessons that you get while training in the academy? What are the lessons that you can learn from the armed forces, basically, that the normal citizen of India should learn from them, and that can be really useful in the real life?
One of the biggest lesson I learned during the training, and I still stick to it, is time is money. You have to respect time under all circumstances. Even a second you spend wrong is like there is a concept and economy. If you study, it's called opportunity cost. You can always have a better alternative of spending that specific time, of spending that 1 minute. So अगर आप 1 मिनट सो रहे हो, ऐसा भी हो सकता था, you could have solved a riddle in that 1 minute and use that to do something else from better for yourself. So time is money, and time is extremely valuable. Being punctual in life is some of one thing which is very very required to be successful. Then I guess obeying the orders and making sure you transmit them properly to your superior or your subordinates. That is another very valuable lesson, I think, and I should follow it every time. Because until unless you are not a good listener, you will never be a good speaker. जब तक आप सुन नहीं सकते चीज़ों को, जब तक you cannot understand what is coming to you, you will never be able to tell people what to do. So being a great listener is one of the key thing which I've learned, and then time is very very important. So I said, I guess two things are very required, not just in an army, but I guess it's something on life also. You have to apply time and good listening skills. They're very important.
Yes. So, coming to the your topic, that the podcast is basically focused on, the organization you work in, as well as our organization focuses on empowerment of nation through youth, using the power of youth in the right way, making their use so that nation can develop. So how can youth basically help in transformation of the country, of the India, to the best India, in your views?
See, I think it's like very simple ideology I follow. It starts from the very beginning. Um, it not even starts from the youth. It starts from like your basic childhood. How you are trained, what is your perspectives to see things. That starts to structurize in a very early life of yours. So when we come to youth means this young age. In this time, your intelligence and your physical standards, your mental ability, everything is at its peak. You are not afraid to do something new. You want to take risks. You want to do something better in life. You want to do something other than what people are doing. So agar in this age group, if people are so motivated, just imagine a person who decides to do something out of his way, goes out at the age of 19 to explore something, and in 2 years he becomes so exponentially successful. He would have never been that if he would use a simple path, just an engineering, just a doctor, just any degree. So what I mean to say is कि this age group is all about taking risks. This age group is all about taking chances. Whatever comes to you, take it, do it. You never know, you get successful. And how a youngster can help India grow, as I said, this time frame, you have the best of your potential, you have the best of your mind, You have the best of your knowledge. You are at the peak of each and every aspect of your personality. So if in this time you are targeted, you are channelized into the right direction. If your energy is channelized into the right direction, you will be you will be reaching out to do become a successful entrepreneur. You will be reaching out to be a very successful speaker or a very eminent personality or whatever. So if this age group is sensitive as well as it is very dominant. So अगर इस एज ग्रुप में आपने कुछ कर लिया, you are sorted for your life. That is something I follow.
So, like you mentioned that our the mental level, the physical endurance of this age group is at its peak in the whole life. So, some people at this age group don't get the right motivation, don't get the right morals, don't get right guidance, don't they? matlab, They are involved in anti-national activities. They are not having a particular mindset towards the country. So, if you were to change the mindset of these youth, of the people who are belonging to this age group, so how would you like to see their mindset? In what direction, in what way should they think towards the country?
See, I don't think I'm the very right person to speak on this topic, but what I perceive is that you get what you want. तब अगर आपके मन में करने की, if you want to do it, if I wanted to get into NDA, we wanted to schedule this podcast, we did it, right? If a person wants to do it, by any chance, by any manner, he will find some or the other way to do it. वो कुछ भी हो, चाहे वो कैसी भी एक्टिविटी हो, even if it is a national activity or whatever it is. If a person has that goal in mind, negative or positive, if that goal is there in his mind, he will be pushing all his things towards it and will be doing that forever. So I think that is something, the change comes from education. The change comes from your upbringing. Your change comes from very basic things, from very small of your age, from very early age. I think that is the thing which we can change. If only then we can continue to change the different skills in.
Okay. So how the national leaders, they are the face of the country, and in the coming time the youth of this time will be the leader in the coming time. All we know that youth is the future of the country in each and every way, may it be economy, may it be leadership, may it be the mindset, the way the world views India. It will all depend on mindset of what the current youth is having. So, how would you see the people, the leaders in the coming time? As the youth now, how would you like to see कि आज से 10 साल बाद, आज से 15 साल बाद, the people who are 30 now, so आज से 15 साल बाद, आज से 20 साल बाद, they will be the leaders of the nation. So, how would you like to see कि हाँ, the leaders of my nation who are representing my country are behaving this way?
Very, I'll give you a very basic example. Currently, I'm working with COVID relief, and we are all a group of youngsters only. Like we are all around 22, 23 years maximum, and the kind of motivation which my team has across the nation, if I consider them to be future leaders, I think India is in good hands because they are socially aware. They know what is wrong. They know what is right. They know where we are lacking. They know where the system is lacking. They also know how to treat the system in a better manner so as to get things done. So when you say अभी जो 30 साल के लोग हैं, they will be 40 after 10 years. I think they would be they will understand what all has happened in these 10 years. They would be better decision makers when it comes to them because they have seen how worse things can get if some decisions are not made right. And I think, yeah, like in future, if the youngsters start taking interest in national leadership, in politics, and in such administration, then only this the India would be in great hands because problem is that youngsters are not very interested in politics, and I don't understand why because politics is really important backbone of the country. If people are not interested in politics, they will not be able to either take decisions for the country or directly influence any of the system to work in a better way. So by this platform, I would really urge कि if a person really has any kind of interest in politics, whatever ideology he follows, he must take a chance and step into it. अभी चाहे जैसा भी है, फ्यूचर में तो you can get it right. That is what I think.
So the politics of India, we all know, like it's not of a level that we can consider as standard. It's considered to be a dirty politics if we go into politics of any nation, right? Not only India, many nations follow dirty politics, right? So if a youth wants to work for the country, should he prefer social work or politics? Like they are both a different asset. If we see, so social work can be done independently. Like we are seeing Sonu Sood, he's doing a doing great work. Though he does not belong to any particular political party, but he is doing a great work. And we also see that some political leaders do great work. Like we saw that Atal Bihari Vajpayee, he did great work for the betterment of the country. So like, what should the youth choose? They are many times confused. They should go for social work or they should go for politics. So how can they differentiate between them? What are they made for?
I think social work is becomes more of a voluntary thing, and politics is something if you get into it, then you will have to stick to it. Don't be like कि आज किया और कल नहीं करा. Voluntary का you can still think कि चलो आज किया कल नहीं करेंगे परसों करेंगे. There can be a break or something. When it comes to decision making, even I am very doubtful in that कि how a person should make a decision. Social work करना है कि politics करना है. It depends on his mentality that either he wants to lead or he wants to become a follower. अगर वो follower होगा तो वो social work करेगा. अगर वो leader होगा तो वो politics में जाएगा.
Okay, so great, right. So we see many people they are getting into anti-national activities, and most of them are youth, right? We also that what all happened during the past few years, whenever, right, army did a strike, there were questions raised upon the army of India, right? Ki- we want proofs. And second, he was a youth leader. I would not take a particular name, but he was a youth leader. And secondly, if we are getting into what all we say, if what all happened on 26th January in Delhi, right? On this 26th January, in the name of farmers' protest, what all happened in Delhi? It was an anti-national activity. A particular flag was hosted before, besides national flag of India, the tricolor. The flag was hoisted, and we may see the university students. They are making anti-national protest, to be particular. They are not making protest. They are making anti-national protest. वहाँ पे नारे लग रहे हैं कि भारत तेरे टुकड़े होंगे, ईर्ष्या ईर्ष्या. These kind of these kind of actions somewhere demotivate the people who want to work for the nation, right? Somewhere we see that a person who is working for the nation, उसके खिलाफ फतवा निकल रहा है इतने रुपए का, 50 लाख का फतवा आ रहा है, 1 करोड़ का फतवा आ रहा है. What's your take on these anti-nationalists? What message would you like to convey to them, right? As a responsible citizen, what all we can do to stop these anti-national activities?
Every aspect has its white, also has its black. There is a whole spectrum of gray. Now, you really cannot pinpoint a person कि तुम गलत हो. You really cannot choose कि this he was a criminal. You cannot do that. If we take it for any instance, 26 January का जो हुआ था. Now, the problem is कि what all information we received, was that right? I am a very you know kind of person who analyzes things before speaking anything against or in favor of it. So about the farmers' protest, we got to know that it was not really the people who were protesting. There was someone else who got inside and did all these things. And in the name of farmers' protest, they started to like they basically wanted to put violence into a very non-violent rally. And this, like, I guess, information was provided to each and every person. They should be specific actions taken against them. आई वुड नॉट से कि फार्मर्स रैली गलत है, आई वुड नॉट से कि फार्मर्स रैली सही है, बिकॉज आई डू नॉट हैव दैट strong authority to speak on that. I am not an expert on that. Agar there were problems, agar there were people who were the non-social elements, they should be recognized and they should be acted upon. I am very sure that they were not the people who actually wanted to protest against these farmers' laws. There would be someone else only. And if there were, then we can like the whole recognition can take place and the action should be taken.
Any message that you would like to convey to these people, so that like elements of the society who are doing all these things, the elements of the society who don't want the nation to particularly do, they grow, they want to grow themselves, but they don't want the nation to grow. So how will you see them, how you will tackle the situation if it comes in front of you, right? If you were given the authorities, just a basic idea, how will you will be tackling the situation if you were given the authorities?
I guess all these people really require help in that manner. I would really take them as people who are not able to think properly or think straight. So अगर मुझे आप बोलते हो तो I would really suggest them attend a counseling session or something like therapy so that they can help themselves. They are definitely not thinking straight. They're definitely not channelizing their emotions. They're not channelizing their energy in the right manner. So they really require help, and I pay my whole sympathy for them. Because, I'm doubtful on how well balanced their mental stability is. So they really require help. I would say if I'm given the opportunity, I would suggest them to please visit a counselor or a therapist and get therapy done. Because that is not the way a person, to be honest, behaves to channelize his or his violence or his energies. So I guess that would be my story. I am very sympathetic on that manner. कि कर रहे हो तो आप गलत कर रहे हो. You take medical attention. You really require.
And like they are justifying themselves like they are doing great work, right? That's what, you know, it that's the public come into rage, right? But they don't know any.
तो वही तो that is the problem that this they are not able to they're now not able to differentiate the right and wrong, and that is the reason उनके like most हो सकता है at some point of time they faced some kind of problem in their lives, and because of that their mental the whole structuralization changed. They see things in a different perspective. To change that perspective you have to get them back on track. You समझाना पड़ेगा बैठा के. You have to give them a counseling session, complete long एक पूरा session होता है. You have to give that like this is not something easy task कि आपने एक दिन बैठ के खत्म कर दिया. Therapy is it's a long process to to structurization of your psychology. That's very hard, very long process. I guess that is something that can be done. Other than that, I don't think. कितना ही इनको लोगों को मना कर लो कि नहीं करो नहीं करो, मैं तो वो करेंगे ना.
So we see many people like, and talking about the anti-nationalists, we see many anti-nationalists coming on the roads. They are ready to sacrifice their lives for anti-national activities, right? But we as a citizen, like I am talking about myself only, we just sit at home, watch our TV, say that this should not happen, that should not happen, but we personally don't take any actions to come forward, right? If they are willing to sacrifice their life in anti-national activities, I think we should personally do at least something. At least like we should at least start a online protest if we can, right? They spread a lot of fake news online, they spread a lot of what we say but cow messages online. So we as person, we as citizens, we are not able to do anything against them, right? So what's your take on it, right? What you want to convey to the general public, general citizens, responsible citizens, not right nationalists, they are also considered as citizens, but though they don't belong to any nation, but to the responsible citizens, what would you like to convey them? What's your point of view on it? How can we help them if we are not willing? Like as a student, I cannot go into the field work, right? But like both differentiately, like some youth can go into the field work for, they can stand against those people who are doing anti-national activities in support of police, in support of government. They can, uh, जैसे वो नारे लगाते हैं हम भी लगा सकते हैं, but as a student, I can only whatever I can do is online. So how can we as responsible citizens help?
As responsible citizens, you can, in the best manner, help in breaking the chain. ये जो गलत इन्फॉर्मेशन का ट्रांसमिशन है, फेक न्यूज का ट्रांसमिशन हो रहा है, उसको यू डोंट फॉरवर्ड एंड रिस्ट्रिक्ट योर पेरेंट्स एंड योर फैमिली मेंबर्स नॉट टू फॉरवर्ड. इमेजिन, आपने किया, मैंने किया, मेरे से 10 ने और किया, 10 फैमिलीज ने तो चुप कर दिया फॉरवर्ड होना. दिस मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन इज द प्रॉब्लम कि एक इन्फॉर्मेशन 10 जगह 2 सेकंड में चली जाती है. अगर हमने वो एक जगह 10 वो एक सोर्स के बाद इन्फॉर्मेशन ट्रांसफर करना बंद कर दिया, ऐसा मैंने किया, ऐसे किया, ऐसे 100 लोगों ने किया, उनकी वजह से 400 ने और किया. यू अंडरस्टैंड द एक्सपोनेंशियल, ये पूरा रेज हो रहा है. So that sharing things, that this fake messages and this violent messages, मत करो share. The max you can do the at your home is to break the chain. And रही बात उस चीज की कि जो लोग नारे लगा रहे तो हम भी उनके अगेंस्ट नारे लगा रहे, तो तुम्हारे और उनमें फर्क क्या रहा? तुम तो बोल रहे हो ना कि हम अलग है तुमसे, तो अगर तुम भी उनके ऐसे हरकत करोगे तो तुम्हारे और उनमें फर्क क्या रहा? Do something which is productive for you as well as for the people who are with you.
Like your organization, the organization you are currently working in, and SIBS, both are currently focusing on COVID relief, as this pandemic has deeply affected India, has affected in each and every, not only economically, not only it has damaged both life and property. Many have lost their loved ones, many have lost their own lives, and many have permanent, permanently disabled. So your organization is also working, and what all your organization does to help the people who are in distress right now?
So basically, what we do with the COVID relief initiative is that we use the three R's and we follow them. That is right information, right person, and right time. So when we mean right information, we mean our oxygen cylinder है available, तो वो सच में है कि नहीं है, we verify it. Right person, जिसको हम दे रहे हैं, is he actually in lead? And right time, the moment he asks us, we use that and we give it back as soon as possible. So we work on these three slogans, and that is the whole, that is the whole concept of Chaitanya Foundation, that of Chaitanya Foundation COVID Relief, that we are providing the best possible information to people who are in need. Because abhi problem is the distribution of resources not taking place right. There are people who do not require a ventilator are still on ventilator. The people who require a ventilator are at homes. So the distribution of information, the distribution of resources is the problem, and we are trying to cope that up. We are trying to work about in that manner. The resources, the distribution properly.
Okay, so how can people who are in distress, how they are affected, how can they reach out to you, how can they ask for help from you?
Okay, so we have published our specific help desk systems on around for around 7 states of India. So there are dedicated members who are there behind the calls. So whenever you call them, whenever you text them on WhatsApp, they will be trying their best and giving you the verified data, and accordingly you can approach us. So all the 7 states, you can visit user information website, Instagram as well as website. You'll be able to find which all states you're functioning in, and the help desks are there in their respective Instagram pages.
Okay, great work. And so, if someone wants to work with you, someone wants to, help you in doing so. If like you are saying 7 states, like if a person from a 8 state, he wants to come and join you, he's having a responsible people with him, so that they can help in establishing help center type in the 8 states. So how can they contact you? How can they reach out to you? And what all should they do? What all are the requirements?
They can directly, yeah, they can directly text me or DM me on Instagram, or my website is there, so they can directly call me. And if the all the information and all the team structuralization is proper, we won't be minding creating a new state and working in that also. The more the hands, the more the life saved. That is the concept I am following. So जितने लोग whoever comes ahead, if they want to volunteer, they want to come up and work with us, I have no problems. Please contact me. We'll get back to you.
Okay, so we had a good talk with you. We love to talk with you, and you are having a clear mindset towards the nation. You are having a clear mindset. You motivated the youth. You motivated me even to do something for the country, right? So we know that you are a writer poet. So like दो line हो जाए last में saying the audience goodbye, so that they can even motivated to work more towards country, right?
ऐसे तो I am not very. My memory is very very bad to be honest. That is one thing I suffer. याद नहीं रहता चीजें. Um,
We will put it in description.
if anyone of you want to like visit my Instagram page, it's called Sharing It Out. You can just go and visit it. I post my writings over there. So you can read it out. You can thing you require or whatever thing you like about it. You can of course do it. I write about things which we like. I write about love. I write about social welfare. I write about issues. I write about. I have written a poem for the LGBT community, which was published in the Live Wire, which is an online journal. I have an anthology and a book on my name. So,
A piece of writing that you would like to share with the people, with the audience.
so it's called. It was on. It was on religion. It says, "I look around, grain swishing vows, roots intertwined with blood, collapsing crowds, raising fire as winds gush. It's unconscious, it's invincible. It's brindling hands, fluttering flag, the throne above. My own religion enslaves me, naked, implicit. I am dropping my unwanted sheets, unburied. Now I. It means that by some terms or by just something we are we are binded with a lot of things that अगर आप Islam हो if you belong to Islam you are not allowed to do something which a Hindu does. So why that? So this piece talks about कि my religion should not enslave me. It should be more of freedom, not of more of a confinement.
Okay, thanks for attending the session. Thanks for giving us your time, your precious time. We know that you are very busy, really busy, working in COVID relief, helping people, and we are really proud of the work you are doing. The nation is proud of the work you are doing, and we hope you continue like this. Your health always stays great. You are pink of your health, and with this, bye and Jai Hind, sir.
Thank you so much. Have a great things ahead, and I really appreciate the kind of initiative you have started, and I hope all the success to you this SIBS and whatever things I'm here as I mentioned previously also. Whatever kind of help you need, trying my best to
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.